Welcome back to my channel, Scorpios. Today we're going to be looking at what the next 72 hours has in store for you. I'm going to be flipping the camera down so you guys can actually see the cards on the desk. Let me know if you do enjoy me being on camera, showing you the cards, or me doing like a variation of showing my face and then actually flipping the cards down, just so that I can kind of know what you guys like find better. Anywho, like the video, subscribe. Any information you need to book a personal reading will be below. If you want to see my live shows where I take personal reading questions around like 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I go live. Sometimes I go live a little bit later around like 11:30-ish. So you can catch me then. But let's go ahead and jump straight in. Let me go ahead and flip the camera down so we can get all up in the business, okay? Ooh, okay, that was a little too far down. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Scorpios, what does the next 72 hours have in store for them? What is the situation that they're dealing with at hand? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What is the situation at hand for the next 72 hours? Okay, so the situation, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Judgment card. Okay, so the situation, you could be realizing that you need to block someone. The more that they have access to you, the harder it is for you to move forward with your life, especially if this is an ex or somebody who you have like a flirty connection with, but it doesn't necessarily manifest into something serious, okay? I'm also getting with the Page of Cups. You can start to realize that a love interest, although there is like a crush there and there is an interest there could be some things that they truly need to grow up in, or they may need to like evolve in terms of their perspective. Now, the next thing that I'm picking up on, I'm also seeing where you're being a lot more protective of your energy, especially if you're more emotionally sensitive during this time frame. You're not going to be tolerating any disrespect or any people trying to start issues with you in the workplace, your personal life. Like you could be on edge. So you do want to be careful of letting certain people trigger you emotionally to respond. I also see this energy of perseverance. You guys are willing to show up and do the work, especially when it comes to your creative talents or your creative dreams or your ideas. You could be wanting to do whatever it takes to accomplish these goals, because you could be having an epiphany almost with this Judgment card here that shows you like, what am I holding back for? What are these obstacles that I could be facing to get to where I want to go in comparison to my willingness to keep pushing? So if you're willing to fight through any obstacle that's put in your path, you're going to always be successful. Now, when it comes to love, let's look at that. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there could be a long-term relationship here that you could be still grieving or going through this process of, releasing the hurt that you may have acquired from this situation, or just even making sense of how things may have went sour or how things may have went left. Now, with the 5 of Cups, I always say this: you want to be careful of being so caught up on what went left that you don't see what can go right. That's essentially right behind you. So some of you are single and you're kind of focused on, what relationship you did have with the person you may have children with, or, the connection that you did have with a long-term partner, or the potential of a long-term relationship with someone. But they may have been stuck on an ex or stuck in the past themselves emotionally. Now, with an existing connection, you could see yourself being with this person long term, like getting married, moving in together, having children. There could be certain issues though that have not been addressed head on for you guys to truly move forward. And it could be something that you notice either your person is not moving on from, or you yourself are not able to kind of like maybe bury the hatchet with certain issues that have came up. Okay. But with the Wheel of Fortune, expect the unexpected over the next 3 days or so. There could be some unexpected conversations or events that could happen around your love life. So expect the unexpected with that wild card. Now, career, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. So in terms of career, there could be certain coworkers who are extremely petty or who could be very jealous is the best word I can use to describe this energy. Jealous of how you're maybe revered in the workplace, like appreciated, maybe given praise, love, maybe you get the most hours. Maybe you make the most money because you have the effect on customers, or you pull in the more sales than others. But you could have some very jealous people in the workplace. So protect your energy and be aware of who you call your friend within the workplace as well. Beyond that, I also see there could be multiple things that you're trying to do career-wise that, although you may not have all the details to get to X, Y, and Z and whatever outcome you want to see in terms of your career, you could have a good idea of where you want to be and needing to sort out the details. So with the business plan, this may be a time where you need to restructure like your business goal, or you know what you're trying to maybe offer within your business strategy. Okay, you could have a very inspiring conversation with someone as well in the workplace that could give you some really good insight to fix an issue that you may have had a lot of confusion around. Also with the 7 of Cups, when it comes to your personal life, there could be some moving parts there that could be affecting you emotionally, and it could also affect how you kind of show up on the day-to-day. So taking care of your emotional self is necessary. But advice for you, I have the High Priestess, I have the 3 of Cups, and I also have the 3 of Swords. So use your intuition. This isn't a time to be, you know, wanting to see things objectively or wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt in terms of, you know, how people may have snaked you or presented themselves to be not trustworthy. This is the time to use your intuition. Okay, also being aware of who you're connecting with. Are you connecting with people who are your soul tribe, or are you connecting with people who are envious, jealous, could have negative energy? Okay, if you're reconnecting with an ex, is this something that's going to help you move forward, or is this pushing you backward, especially if there is no resolve coming out of it? Okay, this is also not a time to be focusing on possible disappointment that may come out of, you know, you focusing on your goals. It's not the time to like predict disappointment in your life in a way where it stops you from acting. Now, last card for you Scorpios, we have One Ring Circus. This came out immediately. So let me read this. It says you're capable and competent. Independence is independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others might not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all wisdom you acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnership at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you are or where you end and others begin, you are able to enter into the best kind of relationships and also attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. So this is also a reminder too, to understand that you and others, there is a separation that needs to be remembered. Or how do I say this? Just like how this book described, understanding that there is a beginning to you and an end to others, or not in that way. I didn't want to say it that way, but understanding where you end and others begin is what the book said. And when you understand that there needs to be a healthy boundary or a balance in your relationships, and also having a sense of self-reliance too, the better your relationships will be, as well as the advice. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and did give you insight. If you enjoyed, definitely thumbs up the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.